Hey Dano, hey guys, welcome. If you're just jumping in, welcome to today's interview with Randy. Randy is a rock climber, and we actually met each other live way before she even know what Ignite is about or my program or anything like that. So Randy is actually I normally don't ever enroll friends or people in the real world to come in, but I did enroll my dental hygienist into one of my programs, and that was like an experience. So I really love how I met Randy live before she even know what I do in this world. And then once she saw that what we can help her with, she was like, all in, all the way. So love that about Randy. But let's take a step back, and Randy, let's tell those of the audience who's listening, if they have no idea who you are, let's do an origin story of sorts. So what got you into this crazy world of leading your tribe, of being the leader of your movement? And then what were you doing before as well? So go ahead. Go ahead and tell them.
Okay, so I've got me unmuted. My full-time job is an investigator. I have been with the company for 22 years, and I am getting laid off in December. And so my background, I know I don't look like it now. I've been close to 300 pounds 3 times, 5 if you count having babies. And some of the most painful thing in my whole life has been that yo-yo dieting thing that I grew up with. And so I knocked it out. I figured out a system 10 years ago, and I want to help other women and men, but we have mostly women. I want to help people break free of that. And it works. And it's this amazing program, but I can only help as many people as I can actually get to my program. And the program itself, 89% success rate, which diets usually have 5%. So that's great, but totally not helpful. If I couldn't get it to anybody, then I have a great program that nobody's going to get.
Yeah, and who here relates to feeling like you're the unsung hero of your story? That you can absolutely help your people, as long as you have people actually saying yes to themselves and coming into your program. So you're like, I have this amazing secret. I have the solution to all these women's problems or all these people's problems, and I need to just get it into their hands. And as long as I have them see that I can truly help them, but meanwhile you're just struggling to enroll, to get people to say yes to you. Let me know if you've ever experienced that kind of trouble. Amber's like, LOL, yes. Hey Amber. Amber is here. Hey Dano, yay. All right, so continue, Randy.
So I had started the Body Warriors Way in April of 2020. And I signed on it was a different coaching program, and learned how to do a 5-day workshop. And I felt like I was doing everything I could, but I would get on these calls, like strategy calls, and I had no idea what to do or say. And my program is great, but I wasn't enrolling people. Sometimes it would cost me more to do a 5-day workshop than I would make, because I've got an assistant and I'm still going to pay her. And sometimes I would get no enrollments, or I'd pay for advertising and get no enrollments. And I really didn't think that I would be able to even do organically getting people into the group. I guess I don't want to badmouth the program I had before, and I'm thankful I got started. Oh my God, it was nothing like Ignite. So just on my first call with Kim, the very first call, like the introduction to just joining this group, I will tell you that I had more useful information from one long phone call with Kim than the entire year of the coach before. And then she has all of these other coaches to like, we have a bot coach. I don't even know what a bot was before Kim, actually. And and I didn't know what to do on a sales call. And it was really helpful to help me build the paid program. It wasn't so helpful to help me get people in my old one. I can't even believe the difference now. So right now I'm in the middle of a launch, and I just opened cart, and I have done more. I have 8 calls left to get on, but I've done more in the 3 calls that I've got on than I ever did in my old program. I've already got over a $5,000 launch, and I wasn't doing that before. And so we have somebody that teaches how to do bots and automation, so you're not like bogged down all the time. And then Bo is like just amazing. That's my favorite of all the calls is Bo. And sorry to everybody else, but Bo teaches how to sell, how to talk to people, what to do on the calls. Well, I mean, just like nothing I've ever seen. And then we learn how to like organically get people. Thank you for whoever just said congratulations.
That's Amber.
I thought I was doing right, and I can't even, okay, so something that I suck at is like I am the mega procrastinator, and I wait until I have to do something. But my coach, I have an accountability coach that is once a week. He's not pushy and he's not mean, but once a week. So what are your goals this week? Then how are you doing on your goals this week? Then how did you do on your goals? You ready to pick your next goals? Instead of giving me all of this time to say like, okay, well, did you meet your monthly goal? Michael is constantly checking in without being pushy, keeping me accountable. And I feel like every time I'm not sure how to do something right, I can just look to Ignite, and then the examples there. Like for my workshops, I just embraced my inner Kim, and I copied a lot of her terminology. I don't know how to explain it. I just am like, well, it's not working what I'm doing, so I just copied her. And then the other thing that is really unique to this is that as soon as you ask a question, first, a bunch of other igniters will answer you. And if someone doesn't have the answer, it is so quick that one of the coaches gets in and gives you an answer and posts a link to a training video or something. I just feel like for the first time ever, I don't have to figure it out. They've already figured it out. I just have to ask how. And every question I ask, someone on Kim's team, if not Kim herself, has an answer like this quick. And I'm just really excited. I have no doubt that this will be at least probably a $15,000 launch, because I'm barely into my calls and I'm dwarfing what I've ever done before. And Kim, I cannot thank you enough. I met Kim once. We went climbing together with a mutual friend, and then we just never were in the same area. And one day on my newsfeed, because we were friends, it popped up that she was live. And I was like, I wonder what that Kim girl's doing. Maybe I'll climb with her. And so I just listened. And then I was like, okay, wait a second. What if Kim has something to offer? And so I decided to go to the workshop, and just the way her workshop was done, I'm like, okay, wait, like there's something here. So I decided to get on a call with her, and best business decision I have ever made. I am telling you guys, if you are on the fence about, I know we've had other coaches, I know that there's other programs, I know that there's other things. I feel like I don't know of a program that's better than this. And I'm thankful and stoked that I stumbled upon this, because it's rocking my business world.
Awesome. Randy, you blow me away with your commitment, because, Randy has invested in other coaching programs. She's invested in herself. So the story is, and this is a story I do hear from some clients, they're like, yeah, Kim, I already invested in a bunch of coaching programs. What makes yours different? Like, how is your world any different? And then they get in because they believe, they trust the process. They're like, let's go. And and they start seeing massive shifts in their business. And not only that, but I saw like a massive shift in yours and how you show up and how you are, because you were kind of like, man, I'm spinning my wheels here, and gosh, I'm selling this specific thing and it's health related. You even asked me on our call, you're like, would people buy this at this price point? Because there was a lot of money, things around money, and I'm guilty of that. I grew up really, really poor, and so I understand that. Will people pay for me if I say this? And then what I really like about you, Randi, is that you were all about it from the start. Like, guys, Randi goes all in, and that is reflecting in the way that she shows up, and also in the people she attracts, in the type of students that comes in, because her cart just opened. And she's like, yeah, it's already like a $5,000 launch so far. It's because people are like, let's go. Like, you're all in. We see that you are in this. You're all in this. I'm going to do that too. So you're not getting people that would lag all the way to the end. You're going to have those people too. but it's like, let's go. Let's do this. So one of the things I do know is you are the client you attract. And in this journey, it's who you get to become, that confidence that, yeah, I can do this. And then all I do with Ignite is provide you that vehicle. And I'm glad that you love Bo, because I love Bo too. She's amazing. And one of the things that I say is you don't have to go at this alone. Definitely not. You have your assistant as well. And we even help you integrate her and help her also like figure out all the things as well. And that's really a big part of what Ignite is about. It's like, this is your business and this is your life.
Kim, that is the most valuable thing. My other coaching program, I had to ask a question, and then I'd have to relay the answer to my virtual assistant. And then she'd have a question, and I'd have to ask the program. And it was like this process, whereas Kim actually lets your VA, your assistant, come in to the program. So Gabby, my VA, she can just ask herself and ask questions herself and get her answers herself. And I'm not technically savvy. I'm that's like an understatement of the world. And so I have a VA that's really good at bots and automation and stuff. I don't even speak that language. How would I have possibly communicated it to her but I love that she's included as part of my team, and they don't ask me for more money to have Gabby be in training. She's got as much access as I do, and it's a lifesaver. The other thing I want to say, so I was charging $1,000 for a 3-month program, and I was getting some people in, but I wasn't getting enough people in to make money. I just keep kind of breaking even. And then on this call with Kim, I was like, okay, wait a second. If I only charge $1,000, there's no way I can't coach 20 new clients at the same time, and Kim wanted me to increase my price. And I was like, okay, I can't even sell it at $1,000. And Kim's like, it's not the cost of the program. That's not the problem. And so part of me was like, you know what? If I'm going to trust the process, I'm going to trust the process. I increased the amount that I'm charging. My 3-month program now, if it's for the pay in full, is $2,700, and it's $3,500 if it's for it's $1,700 or $2,300. So I'm charging twice what I was, and I'm getting twice as many people. So it's just rad. And she was like, you need a longer program or a better. So I have a 6-month program now that's $3,500, and someone just bought into that right now, like today, right before this call. And I'm like, okay, wait a second. So I don't have to keep on every month filling new people in. I just didn't think, if I couldn't sell it at $1,000, how was I going to sell it at $3,500? And I'll tell you, Kim actually wanted me to go with a $5,000 program, but I didn't think that I could sell it and so I was like, I'm going to go for 6 months instead of a year and see. So I will be stepping up next launch because the problem wasn't how much my program costs. The problem was whether or not I was able to convey that what this program can do for people. And I feel like I am in the right place now, and it's night and day from anything I've ever done before.
Randi, I love that it's night and day, because that's the goal that we want to do. We're providing the program now is $11,000 for you guys hopping in now. We just got 2 more enrollments today. Our cart, we will sell out, and our cart is closing midnight. So make sure that you do get in. But one of the things that I didn't like about other programs is I invest all this money and they really don't actually help you, and they really don't help you convert. And I think the biggest pain point is, number one, I had a conversation today. Actually, Cassie just got into Ignite. So, Cassie, welcome to Ignite. She's like, if people are not paying me at $10, so she was charging $10, how would they pay me in the thousands? And I remember having that clear conversation with you where you're like, well, if they're not paying me at that, how would they pay me at that? And I said, well, imagine if they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on medical bills. Imagine if they spend the rest of their life with pain and they can't enjoy a fun day with their children or grandchildren. That's the life that you're saving them from. And I think
you went way further than that. Kim, on this first call, teaches you what you're going to do different in your launch, and exactly what you're going to say, and exactly what you and the structure of it. And then it's so different. It's not like she goes, okay, well, tell them about your no. She's like, no, tell them da 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 da. And what I realized, I'm like, wait a second. I did have that one call and Kim's launch. I didn't know, I had never been inside, so I didn't know how good Bo was. I didn't know that Michael would be like the best accountability coach. I didn't know about Angel. I didn't know Misfa. I didn't know any of this team. And I was still willing to pay way more than I had ever made because I believed, I don't know, I guess I was like, if she can do it and she can teach me how. But then I'm like, wait a second. I didn't know what was inside her program. All I knew was what her launch looked like, and I was willing to throw that money down. So I'm like, wait, it's not my program that doesn't have the value. It's that my launch isn't being done right for people to realize, because whatever your program is, even if your program's not written yet, nobody knows. All they know about is your launch. So the biggest ticket is to know how to launch, how to sell it. You know, it's not the coaching that I needed help with. It was getting people there. And you guys are just rad. I mean, just absolutely rad. You have to unmute.
Oh man, this unmute thing. We're making it work, you guys. Angel says Gabby is a rock star. Hey guys, so I think we are, you know, it's just, I see this in so many group owners where they're toiling away trying to figure it out, and all it takes, like Gabby keeps going again and again, does it take watching a million videos? Does it take dotting all your I's, crossing all your T's, and me saying, oh yeah, you'll have to work and like create all these assets for months and months until, you know, you get it perfect and then you go? Does it take all of that? No, it really takes, and this is something that might sound really bizarre if this is your first time hearing it, but it takes one call, a checklist, and you go. And anything that's the gap that you have, you go and you hop into a coaching call to fill that gap. You hop into whichever if you need Facebook ads, if you need sales conversion, a lot of people need that to convert with their sales. If you need team building, wherever it is, yes. But ultimately, if I were to tell you, Gabby, that really you just need one call.
Gabby's my VA. I'm Randi.
Sorry, I read Gabby, and I know that you're Randy, but I read her name, and so I said Gabby.
Yeah,
But
Angel was talking about my assistant.
yeah, so Randy, so let me know in terms of like before your other program and when you're in Ignite, what is that level of consumption that you had to do to get the results that you have? Like, what did you yourself have to do in terms of consuming modules or videos and things like that? Let me know your experience.
So I would love to tell you that I'm like this mega go-getter and that I'm just like diving in and getting all this stuff. When I need something, I ask. I am not when something comes up and I'm like, how do I ask. There's a chat that goes all the time that you just kind of ask questions and people chime in like a conversation. And then there's the Facebook group for Ignite, like the closed group where you can post a question and people answer. What I had to do was just, I guess, start asking questions and then work that. I'm not, because I have a full-time job, I have 2 kids that are homeschooling. We're a COVID family and all this stuff. And I'm a single mom. I would love to be able to sit and just watch training. And I just can't. So the way that I'm doing it is that each time a question comes up, my assistant or I, Gabby, my VA, each time a question comes up, if one of us says, I don't know the answer, then we post it into the chat group. And then either one of the coaches will give us like, oh, that was in da-da-da training. It was on this date. And then we just go watch them. But like every single thing, it's not even like, here, read this article or this paper. Everything. They have all these Loom recordings. So you can, and they like if it's something on the computer, you're not just like trying to read and remember what it says. You're actually watching the video with like, click here and watch. And I guess I needed it for it not to feel overwhelming to me to learn new stuff. I guess I needed it to be that simple because I already felt kind of maxed out between my job and my kids. And I've got a 120-pound puppy, a Great Dane puppy. I just already felt like I was already over my, like really close to my limit. And to be truthful, I would have quit if I wasn't already behind money from the first coach that I did for that year, because I wanted to make that back. And I'm like, am I really going to go like spend this money again and go deeper? And I'm like, got to keep digging. It's in 2 launches, I've made it back. So that's the thing then I started, what Kim was saying, I was like, oh, okay, well, but Kim's program is to teach us to make money. So of course we're willing to like, invest big money because we're going to make it back. But mine's just nutrition coaching. And she's like, no, that's not the case. There's somebody that does baby registries that was making way more money than I ever have and charging way more than I ever had as a nutrition coach, like fixing people's lives. I'm like, okay, so maybe it's not that, but I needed, I guess, to hear other people that were coaches versus teaching people how to make money, to believe that if someone else can, so can I. Mm-hmm. And the other thing I love about this group is how supportive other Igniters are of each other. Like I was on the first call that I had with Bo on, that we were talking about like practicing how to we were role playing how to do like sales calls. And I said, like, this is the hardest part for me. Like, I hate talking about money. I love the workshop until it gets to the money. And then I'm like, I just want to run. I don't want to ask people for money. And I needed to get comfortable with it. And so right there, right on the call, Kim's coach says, okay, who wants to volunteer to role play with Randy some more this week when we hang up? And she like set me up with somebody to work with. And the 2 of us worked through for a couple of weeks. And I will tell you, some of the most valuable thing I've had was from Tyler telling me, like him and I bouncing ideas off each other. And then this is what I felt like when you said this. This is what I felt like when you said this. It's just, there's more, it's not that there's just more support. It's that there's more support of people that have been coached right to keep giving me the right answers, like with other Igniters. Just, this program is nothing like the other coaching program. And Again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but the program was not you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Randy. Our goal is to, hey, this is about making money from your Facebook group. So you're going to make that money back, and, we're going to teach you how to do it. But yeah, we do have other coaches and such an amazing community. You guys help each other so much. And it's like this hyper help support that comes through not only in the team, but also in actual, clients helping each other. I had a comment the other day from Larry. He's like, Kim, if the other communities and the people in the world was just like your community, then we would be in amazing shape, because everyone helps each other so much, and it's this lovely thing that you created. And I'm like, oh wow, yes. Like, that the goal is to always get to the point where it's not just about, whenever I think about entering a program, I'm always thinking about the people that I'm connecting with, as well as the material in there. But what I do know is, if the path between you not having success, that road might have been long. That might have been years of trying to figure it out. But I know that if we have a solution for you, so that we can collapse your time and you get those results in a month, 2 months, and you figure out how to do this and it's just like a portion of Ignite. We teach you how to do this, and you can generate your own income just from the comfort of your home. Like, you have, this deadline coming up where you are going to be laid off. It's like, this is your life. This is, your children's future. It's so, so important that we get you in and we have you going. It's so important. So this community that is formed, GroupConvert Ignite, is a result of seeing so much pain from group growth owners and from people trying to build their brand and their community. Just seeing that there's this long journey of toil until it's like, okay, we have a solution. Let me give it to you. Let's have this. Your journey could be short, and it could be amazing. It could be to the point where you can wake up and serve people who are excited to show up, willing to go pay, willing to be all in. And that's the reality you get to wake up to, so that when, Randy, they lay you off at that time, you're going to be okay. You and your kids and your life, you're going to be fine. You just have to, you know what to do now. And it's just it's just your entrance into Ignite so far. So I'm really
I'm on my second launch with you guys, and I can't believe how much time I wasted before.
Yeah, I'm really excited for you. So at this point, I want to say, usually I hear your story more, but it seems like whenever I bring in an Ignite client, it's like raving about us. So I don't really get to the point of like, oh, if someone's on the fence, what would you say to them? But this is where I am now. So if someone's on the fence of entering into Ignite, what would you say? And then after that, also, where can they go to find you, to follow you? What's that? Again, let's state, what's the problem that you solve? Who is your people that you serve? Because there's going to be people watching this that don't want to grow a group or monetize, but they do want to take their health into their own hands. And then where can they go to find you? So number one, if someone's on the fence, what would you say to them of entering into Ignite? And then number two, where are all the places they can find you, Randy?
For somebody on the fence, I want to say that before you give up on something that you know is really good, I almost quit. I just thought that I couldn't launch this. And so if that is you and you're getting ready to like throw in the towel because you're not getting the results you wanted, then you are in the wrong place, because I can't believe how, I would say this, it's simple, but it's not easy. It's simple, and it's not easy because you get in your own way. But anybody that is like maybe a procrastinator, I want you to know that her accountability coaches don't. I mean, all the coaches are nice and but honest and direct. So if what you're needing is a kick in the butt, you got it. And if you are a tech, like not tech savvy and you're like, I don't know how to automate, I don't know what a bot is or whatever, that's where I was at. Maybe I'm like the last dinosaur that doesn't know what that stuff is. So I guess what I'd really say is unless you're going to quit on your business, then go to the right place so that you actually can grow your business. And that's Ignite. It really, truly is. My business is The Body Warrior's Way. So it's www.bodywarriorsway.com. And we are a nutrition coaching business. I have studied under Daniel Amen at the Amen Clinic. That's the guy on TED Talks and stuff that does like the different types of, let me try to turn my sound off, sorry. The guy that does the different types of ADD, and he's the guy that all the football players are going to regrow their brain after brain injury. I studied, I'm still studying, I haven't graduated yet. I'm studying under him food addiction and how the Amen Clinic has actually learned how to turn it off so that you don't want to binge all the time. So that's what our program is we deactivate your cravings, then we give you the map to follow, and then we rewire your brain to make those decisions naturally. So come check us out. Also, if anybody has Ignite questions and you're on the fence, I'm available in Messenger. I have my phone with me most of the time, and I'm happy to answer questions. So, I mean, I really, truly believe in this. And I'm obviously, if I'm a nutrition coach, I really like helping people live their best life. So please reach out if you need to or have questions or whatever. And I hope to see you guys inside.
Yay! Thank you so much, Randy, for showing up today. You are a pleasure to talk to, and I just love your energy. I love that you're inside Ignite, and I love that you're crushing it. Congratulations on just opening up your cart and doing 5K already. I just love it. I'm so grateful and thankful that you're in our community, and I look forward to seeing you grow for the rest of the year. You have us for a whole year.
Thank you for everything, Kim, and I will see you inside.
Yay! Bye. All right. Okay, so I put Randy in the green room and she hopped off. So guys, just want to like have a check-in with you moment. We do have Ignite. The cart is closing. The cart is closing today. I want to share with you something. This is something that we're doing. We actually have, so the cart is closing. Make sure that you go to groupconvert.com/ignite. It's groupconvert.com/ignite to get in. And yeah, we have testimonials. Randy's testimonial isn't even in here yet. We have tons of testimonials for you because this just works. But I just want to let you in on GroupConvert Live. So if you are a subscriber, you are a user of GroupConvert, we're doing a live event at this location. It's a mansion mastermind. We have several speakers, and the person who's running the mastermind, who's running the event, we hired him as the event coordinator, is Iconic Becker, and he's ran many other events before, events that you probably have been to. And so it's a three-day Vegas mastermind. It's August the 19th to the 22nd. 19th is check-in mixer day, and 20, 21, and 22 are the 3 days. It's going to be jam-packed. You'll be networking with seven-figure entrepreneurs and absolutely dominate in your niche. So with that said, if you want a ticket to the GroupConvert Live, hashtag VIP. Let me know if you want to grab a ticket. And this is in August, so we're meeting you. We're having everyone come together and meet each other. Okay. So with that said, hashtag GroupConvert Live if you want some more details on the tickets. And cart is closing today midnight. So make sure that you come on into this wonderful community, this community that will help you convert your Facebook group. We will lovingly push you to charge higher, to charge what you're worth. And yeah, if you've been struggling with how to monetize your Facebook group and it's been a long time coming, or you're sitting on a Facebook group and it's huge and you haven't monetized it yet, then we are that stop for you, okay? I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah, if you like that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.